Boo everyone, this is your boy Marches, and for today's video I'll be giving you my performance review of this very underrated basketball sneaker, which is the Big 3-4 Quick. So let's go. So the Big 3-4 Quick is actually from 361. It is a Chinese brand, and if you're not too familiar with it, their signature guy is of course Aaron Gordon from the Denver Nuggets, and they have, I think I have reviewed until the AG4. Please do check out the channel if you want to watch the AG4. And this is actually the Big 3 line, is their like team shoe model of the 361. And what's nice about them is even the AG4 is already priced really well. The team shoe, which is the Big 3-4, which is now the 4th edition, they're even cheaper compared to the AG4. And let's talk about the specs of the sneaker and let's see if it will fit you. So right off the bat, let's talk about the upper of the Big 3-4 Quick. So this is the Quick. There's one switch and there's one balance, I think. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Forgot the first one that they let me review, but this one, this Quick, is made, I think, more for the guards because it feels a lot lighter in terms of the materials and the support that you'll be getting out of the sneaker. And even the design looks like a very guard driven sneaker. And the material that they used for the upper is actually like this fused mesh all over, and there's a lot of fusing from the toe to the side walls of the sneaker, and making it a very light upper at the same time still giving you a very nice support. And if you can see this darker reds that are crossing the entire upper from the middle part to the forefoot, even on the middle part of the sneaker. So this is around the midfoot. So when you hold it inside, it's a lot thicker fusing, so it's more plasticky in that part, but in the sense that it's plasticky, but it's not the crunchy type of plastic that, and when you're pressing it, you would hear it like crunching with that sound. But this one is a lot softer, and the areas that are harder are actually these dark reds. So here in the forefoot part and even on the sides, you can feel it to be harder on the darker reds, and the lighter reds are like ripstop materials with different patterns, and actually looks pretty nice. It doesn't have that square type of ripstop shape, but it's more of like a wavy pattern. And underneath that fabric is, or underneath that material is a fabric that's like honeycomb, so it gives you extra comfort when you're wearing it, and you won't feel the plastic right above your foot that much. And also on the tongue part, it's actually very soft because it's like a jersey material here in the forefoot part. And when I wear it, I didn't have any problems, no chafing around my skin, and it's thicker. There's more padding here on the top of the ankle, where this is your ankle part, so that's where really shaving of the skin happens. But with this one, there's no problem with it. And as for the heel cup, there's enough heel pillow here and Achilles pillows, portable. And as for heel containment lockdown, when I played with it, I didn't have any problems there in that aspect. And this one is actually Euro 45, and it's kind of confusing on their sizes because on my Euro 45 on the AG4, it's Euro 45, but it's size 11, so medyo magulo or kind of confusing in the sizing of 361. But to be safe, go with your Euro size and not your US size if you're purchasing this online, especially here if you're from the Philippines. And I'll put the link where you can buy it in the description below, and to buy it online you can fit it. So I would suggest get the Euro size of the Quick 361 Big 3-4 Quick. So it's a pretty long name, but the upper is quite nice. So it's like built for the guards, and if you can see the lacing system here in the forefoot, and this red area here looks like strap, so when you're tightening it up in this area, it gives you a better lockdown and lateral support on the sneaker. And speaking of support, the 361 logo is here on the side, which is not for design only, but also to give you a little bit more lateral containment, which I think they've done a good job implementing the 3 here. So it really meshes with the design language of the sneaker, which is really good. It's not really pilit, or it's not tacky in that sense. And at the heel, there's a plastic piece here for heel containment lockdown. So it goes until this part. So it's pretty long, which I like. So there's a very nice heel containment here. Even though this is a very low cut sneaker, it still contains your foot really well. And you're kinda sitting right below the foam here. So it also contains your foot. So you're being cradled by the foam, which is made out of the Energy X, the foam that I really love on the 361 brand. It's a very, I think it's a nitro injected foam. It's very bouncy and very plush. If you have the right thickness to it, like this one, it has the right thickness at around the heel. Even the AG4 has a very nice implementation of the Energy X, bouncing the forefoot, very nice impact protection, the heel. And comparing it with the AG3 Energy X, this is a lot better because the Energy X and the AG3 is kind of in the stiffer side. It's a lot denser, so you wouldn't feel the bounce if you don't run with it, or you don't jump with it. But here with the Quick, even if you're just walking with this, you could feel the plushness of the foam, which I think is the right balance of the Energy X of the Quick edition. And this one, the insole gives, it's pretty normal insole, but it's a lot thicker compared to the other brands insole. That's the open cell insole, but this is a little bit thicker compared to those, and it gives extra step-in comfort to the basketball sneaker. Another tech that we'll be talking about the Quick is, of course, what they are always using on the 361 basketball sneaker is the Quick Balance, which you can also see in the AG series. And the Quick Balance is like a stability plate that goes from this angle, and you can see even the fork here. There's a plate here, the stability plate, this plastic piece is like an X here, or a chicken feet, to give you an extra spring back to the sneaker when you're running up and down the floor. So the Quick Balance is really nice on the AG3. And when I was checking, or when I was showing you the Quick Balance, I saw that the Strobo board is not a board, so it's made out of fabric, so the step-in comfort is really nice. That's why when I was using this, I really could feel the cushion right below my foot. So that's what Chinese brands have been doing really great lately, like the Serious Player one, of course, the 361. And that is what a lot of Chinese brands have been doing really well, is they have been doing or giving us just a textile strobo so that we could feel the foam right under your foot. So very good on the Quick too. And as for the traction of the Quick, very dependable. It has a radial pattern with some zigzag in the forefoot for the pivoting, and there's a hole here so you could feel the Energy X here. That's really soft, and like a herringbone pattern from the middle part going to the back part. And it has a very nice or big lateral outrigger for stability, which I love. And of course, the rubber compound, they're pretty hard, and I think outdoor use for this one is good. The traction will be good, and especially even the foam will be nice to complement the traction for outdoors, because it has a nice impact protection for outdoor use and a very thin upper, and it's well ventilated if you're using it for outdoor hoop. But for indoor hoop, it still is very good. Doesn't pick up that much dust. It was squeaking really nicely on the wooden floor, and very nice heel to toe transition. It has a nice curve on the heel and even on the forefoot. So this is really made for guards and even for big guards who like a very quick shoe. And what's nice about this one is it's really cheap. It's around 3,600 pesos only, so really bang for your buck if you want to try, or if you're on a budget. The 361 Quick, I think from the 361 series, I like this more compared to the Switch, even though the Switch is also a low-cut sneaker, but this feels more fluid when you're playing with it in the court. It has a better heel-to-toe transition, and the Energy X feels a little bit nicer on this one. So let me know what you think about this, guys. The Big 3-4 Quick. Hit me a comment down below. This has been Marches once again. Thank you for dropping by the channel. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.